Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an ingredient of the race that we might look back on later as having been the path to finding the winner. Well, Saturday racing immediately after Christmas this week in Sha Tin, and the first race we're going to take a look at is race 1, the winning factor, turn of foot. Now, only a smallish field for this Class 4 middle distance race, and Bundle of Delight was a winner at Happy Valley last time. Full Power comes off a win that was better than it looked last start, and the other major chance I think looks above, who chased home behind Full Power that day and then was unlucky at Happy Valley at his next start. But I think the main ones to look at here are Bundle of Delight and Full Power, and as I mentioned, Full Power, his last win was better than it looked on paper, and we're going to see why. We're going to go back to that race, and this is race 203, and you see him here in the yellow, red and blue colours. Full Power goes to the front straight out of the gates, but I want to point out that the heat map here shows that second sectional, 23.32 seconds, extremely fast. Almost 7 lengths faster than the average for a race of this class during that section, and it would be fast for any class. So it isn't like Full Power cruised along at his leisure in this then sprinted away. In fact, he ran along at a strong tempo and actually finished down the straight quite slowly, but that was a problem for the others because they had already gassed themselves staying in touch and really couldn't finish off either themselves. And as you can see here, above, red and yellow colours, very wide on the turn, rolling home okay into fourth. Now, Bundle of Delight was a more recent effort, just 10 days ago in fact, and finally getting up to a middle distance for the first time in Hong Kong, 1800 metres here at Happy Valley, and in green and pink, Zach Purton has him poised just behind the leaders. Only a steadily run race here we see on the heat map, and then he produces a nice acceleration to get clear in the straight, then hold off the lightweight finisher, Exaltation. So perhaps the trick to this race is the tactical battle between Zach Purton on Bundle of Delight and Full Power's jockey Neil Callan. When we take a look at the map, presuming Callan takes Full Power to the front again, and it's a tactic that probably suits his horse as he doesn't really have a lot of acceleration, there's every chance that from gate 1 Zach Purton is going to plant Bundle of Delight behind him, and the job for Purton then is to relax Bundle of Delight and save him up so he can use his acceleration to quicken past the leader. The job for Callan, well, his job is to nullify that turn of foot by making Bundle of Delight run along and spend some of his tickets just staying well positioned in the run. So the tip in race 1 is Bundle of Delight, his winning factor, turn of foot. Although Neil Callan gets to dictate the terms here, I do think that Purton will win the battle of tactics and that the superior acceleration of Bundle of Delight will be enough to get him past the leader and home. The other race we want to take a look at on Saturday is race 9, and our winning factor here, the last start winner. Now, quite a nice Class 2 dirt mile here, and I'm sure that punters will find quite a number of runners to give chances to, and I think the leading hopes here are Red Desert, an interesting runner moving up to 1650 metres, a very consistent galloper at this level, Elusive State, and down in the weights, the horses I'm keen to focus on, Sunshine Warrior from the Tony Cruz yard and Holy Heart from Francis Loy's team. And I'm keen to focus on them because they are 2 of the 3 last start winners in the race with the Glorious Artist, and let's take a look at how these 2 won their most recent appearances. First of all, race 201. This is November 18, and Sunshine Warrior gets his first Class 2 win. This is at Happy Valley in black with white sleeves. He's slow out, as you see from the start, but on the heat map you can also see a very slow first section. That allowed him to catch up without burning much gas and find a nice place in midfield. Now, after that, the leaders did get running in the middle stages, which then suited him being able to finish off, and he gets there just too strongly for Green Luck a rival once again in Saturday's race. Now, a week later, in race 220, we saw Holy Heart make it 2 wins straight for the season when he took a similar position on the rail, midfield in a Class 3. He's in the red colours. Once again, not a fast first section, but the leaders then did enough mid-race to let the run-on horses into it, and then Holy Heart dived between horses in the straight. He gets to the front, and under strong riding from Zach Purton, he clings to a narrow lead. Now, that was Class 3, and as a result, going up in grade, this time Holy Heart drops from 133 pounds in the saddle to just 120, while Sunshine Warrior stays in the same class, so he goes up in the weights. But the thing I want to highlight, really, to split this pair is Francis Loy's performances with last start winners. And I'm going to show you a table here. This is over the last 5 years, since September 2015, with last start winners. Now, if I'd rank these in order of strike rates, John Size would be the leader over Francis Loy and Douglas White. And that's a trainer's job to win as often as he can, of course. But for punters, performance versus the market expectations is a more important measure, and that's how I've ranked them here. In other words, profitability. And Loy clearly leads the way on that score. He's massively outperformed the market, and this is an area where he has absolutely shot the lights out in the last 2 years, Francis Loy. Now, looking at the map for Sunday's race, Holy Heart draws 1 for the 3rd successive start. Both of his wins have come from gate 1. He's there again, and as you can see on the map here, he'll likely find a similar spot in running, while Sunshine Warrior, assuming he doesn't mess up the start like he did last time, with not much pace on here, I think he might be a little bit closer. Our leaders look to be Magnificent and Red Desert coming across early from the outside, but it doesn't look to be a strong tempo, and a good draw looks a vital part of the puzzle in this event. But the tip in race 9, Holy Heart, his winning factor, the last start winner. Now, there are 3 last start winners in this race, but I think, as you saw on those figures I displayed earlier, Francis Loy really excels in this area, and that might be enough to get home Holy Heart to make it 3 in a row. Well, that's it from the Winning Factor this week. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a great day on Saturday. We'll see you next time.